guys, it's Tess. Welcome to Wander Wealthy. This is a channel and a community for women in their 20s and 30s looking to get inspired and get results around achieving their personal growth, travel, and money goals. Today is a really exciting video, in my opinion, because it's kind of my advice that I would have given to myself at the age of 22 when transitioning from college to career. So I'm sharing the 12 things I wish I knew upon college graduation. On a side note, I'm in transit from northern Italy to southern Italy, so I'm gonna take you guys along for the ride with me as I record. Number one is that everything is negotiable, from your salary to your utility bill to the payment terms on your debt. Anything that you are going to be spending money on, like medical bills or internet or cable, those things can be negotiated. But the most important thing is your salary. I know so many people, including myself, that didn't negotiate their salary coming out of college, going straight in. And this is your starting point. This is the baseline for how much money you're going to make in order to live a life that you want. So make sure that you negotiate it. No one is going to take the offer off of the table if you do come back with some negotiation terms, so go for it. Absolutely negotiate that salary. Number two is to take time to travel, as I am doing right now. But most importantly, the time between college and career is a perfect time to take as much time as you want to travel. It's also a time where travel can be reasonably affordable if you are willing to go backpacking and stay in hostels or crash with other people and doing couch surfing. A lot of my friends and people that I know didn't necessarily take the time to travel because they felt the pressure of having to start their job early and start paying off their debt. But this is really a time that you're not gonna be able to get back, so take it, embrace it, and explore the world. Plus you'll get amazing, priceless experiences and opportunities if you do embrace that time to travel. Number three is to live on less than you think you need to every month in order to live a fuller life. A standard number is to only spend about 30% of your monthly income on your regular living expenses, such as rent and utilities and whatnot. If you can get this number even less than 30%, then you just free up more of that cash flow in order to spend on discretionary spending, pay off your debt, or save for the future. The best piece of advice when I was transitioning from college to career was to live like a college student for as long as I possibly could while it was still acceptable and I was willing to do so. The less money it costs you to live every month, the more you have to spend on things that you enjoy. So don't feel like you need that fancy apartment right now. Be willing to live like you're a college student until you eventually have enough cash flow and income coming in to support whatever sort of standard of living you want in the future. The fourth thing is to do things that you're afraid of. Don't be afraid to raise your hand and jump forward at opportunities. I tend to be very shy, so doing things like recording a video in an airport is really scary to me, and I find places to hide out. But I try to really get out of my comfort zone and raise my hand even when I know that it's gonna be a huge challenge for me and I might end up embarrassing myself, because it always ends up leading to bigger and better opportunities down the road. So no matter what you think you might be incapable of doing, raise your hand, jump for those opportunities, and go for it. Number five is to remember that people with seniority are still people. I remember being highly intimidated by people that were older than me or held higher positions than me as I was going through the early days of my career, and as I got to know them more and more, I realized that they were people just like me, and it was a lot easier for me to ask them questions and have conversations that were less intimidating. And by getting to know these people, it opens up so many more opportunities for you and your career and your personal life. made it to the beach in southern Italy. I've found that airports are pretty difficult to record video in, but I figured might as well keep the story running. Number 6 is to invite yourself. I found that, especially if you're moving to a new city right after graduation, and maybe not all of your college friends are going to be going to that city as well, or you just want to make new friends, it can be really awkward making friends in a new city. It's a lot different acquiring friends when you're out of college than it is when you're going into college. Maybe people have already established themselves or they've already made friends. But my best piece of advice is just to embrace the awkwardness and invite yourself. Make the effort, because it'll make making friends so much easier and you'll be a lot faster at acquiring new friendships. Number 7 is one of my favorites, and that is to start building your capsule wardrobe right out of college. I just know that in my early 20s, I wasted so much money buying the newest, latest fashions, and I wish I would have just stuck to the high quality, very basic pieces. That is what I've now come to grow in my wardrobe, is just finding things that fit my body and that I feel really comfortable in, and having fewer pieces but being able to make more combinations with them. It helps me, you know, be more efficient with my mornings, be more productive, because I'm spending less creative effort and energy deciding what I'm going to wear that day, and instead putting together a really great piece that I know works for myself. Moving on with my day, I still know that I look good and I have great quality clothing that I can rely on. Number 8 is to be okay with saying no. There are so many times we're going to be approached with opportunities or things that you feel pressured to do but maybe don't want to do or aren't totally comfortable doing, but you still feel like you should say yes because you want to make that friend or you want to make a certain impression. Sometimes we clutter our time and our day-to-day lives with things that we don't actually want to be doing. And so embrace the power of no, clearing your schedule for things that you like to do and not spending the time on things that don't serve you or don't bring you any joy or happiness. You will be much more respected and your calendar will be much more respected if you can learn to say no. And number 9 is that you have more than enough time. More than enough time to find your dream job. More than enough time to find the perfect or great relationship or, you know, awesome partner for yourself. More than enough time to build your wealth. That's something that I got really anxious about when I was right out of college. More than enough time to see the world and explore, and more than enough time to build your empire. The way that we're living in this constantly social, interconnected world can add a lot of pressure to feeling like you need to achieve what everyone else has achieved by X age. But the truth is, you have more than enough time, especially in your early 20s right out of college. So take this opportunity to explore the things that you love and the things that you hate. Explore the partners and the relationships that you love and hate. And just know that this is a trial and error period. Eventually you'll kind of come into your own and really be able to grow into the type of person that you want to be and the experiences that you want to have, the wealth that you want to accumulate, and the life that you want to live. Number 10 is one of my favorites, and I'm sure I've said this about all of them, but it personally really helps me when I'm feeling pressured, and that is that there is nothing wrong with staying in on a Friday or Saturday night. I just remembered when I was, especially in college and then after college, trying to make new friends and whatnot, I always felt like I needed to be constantly doing things, but that doesn't really align with the type of person that I am. The type of person that I am is needing time to myself, needing to be able to recharge and stay in on some of these weekends so that I had time to get my life in order or just relax or whatever it was that I personally needed that night. I know that in this, again, constantly connected age, we are always seeing what everyone else is doing and feeling FOMO. We are afraid that we're gonna miss out on all of the fun things that everyone is up to. And I think it's important though to take your downtime, to love yourself with downtime, whether that's drinking tea and reading your favorite book or taking a bath or watching a movie. Just know that there is absolutely nothing wrong with hanging out by yourself and staying in and just kind of doing nothing. Number 11 is to not play the comparison game. Just because we are always seeing each other via social media and knowing what each other is up to try to remember that what people put out in the world isn't a full story of what is going on behind the scenes. If you ever feel yourself getting anxious or feeling like you're not enough, or just starting to see yourself comparing your life to other people's lives, just remember not to compare your inside to other people's outsides. And if it gets to the point, shut it down, walk away, and go do something for yourself that you love. And remember that you are absolutely where you need to be right now in your life. And finally, number 12, we're going to end on a money tip because that's one of my favorite topics. And that is to make your side hustle your hobby, or make your hobby your side hustle. There is so much power in earning extra income, especially if you have some big goals that you want to achieve, which I think we all do. And if you can earn extra income by doing something that you find exhilarating and exciting and interesting, it just makes it that much more fun. I know people who have kicked their shopping habits by starting hobbies of blogging that help them make money. I know people who have hobbies of working out and physical fitness and then decided to become instructors and start getting paid to do such things. There are definitely things out there that you can make money from doing and be interested in it. This very well might be your job, but you also have opportunities above and beyond your regular 9-to-5 to make additional income and really skyrocket your progress towards achieving your goals. And those are my 12 things that I wish I knew upon college graduation in my 20s, especially when I was 22. I hope that you could take a nugget from this and apply it to your own life, and it is helpful to you in any sort of way. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you want to continue the conversation, make sure you join the Wander Wealthy private community. Go to www.wanderwealthy.com/FB or click the link down in the description box to get started. I'll send you a message in Facebook Messenger, or you can sign up via email and get your invite right there. And lastly, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you like these kinds of videos and you want me to make more. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can be notified when I publish new videos on a weekly basis. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you today. I'm signing off from Southern Italy, and until next time, I hope you wander wealthy. Woo, bee! Get away, don't sting me. Ah!